Mass protests are taking place across Spain today, including Madrid and Barcelona, but I am here in Mallorca's capital city, Palma, watching thousands of residents take to the streets in the city demanding immediate action to address the nation's escalating housing crisis. This is not an anti-tourism protest, but a protest about the housing crisis, which I'm guessing you are facing in your own home country. Furthermore, this is not taking place in any of the holiday resorts. This is an organised, peaceful protest. So let's see if we can speak to anyone here to get a clearer idea of what's going on today.
Okay, so can you tell me a little bit more about this banner?
So this is joined with Gary Stevenson's movement, Tax Wealth, Not Work. It involves basically allowing the working and the middle class to not lose power, not to lose purchasing power, not to allow the economy to go down just because a very small elite wants to get a lot richer. So let's see if we manage to do changes.
Because it is very hard to work over here in Mallorca, particularly the autumnal taxes.
Absolutely. Obviously this is a very nice island. Everybody should be able to enjoy it to an extent, but there are limits at the end of the day. And it's about finding the balance, I think, and right now it's completely out of control. There's a lot of those who can buy houses, they can, but the ones who have a community here, who really care about the people, we have to go. We can't live here.
Yeah.
So we want a voice.
And that's why you're here today.
And that's why we're all here today for this, I think.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And if you don't know who Gary Stevenson is, he runs the Gary's Economics YouTube channel, talking about real-world economics and the inequality between the uber-rich and the normal working person.
So I'm trying to guess at numbers over here today. How many people are attending the protest? Well, there are thousands. There are absolutely thousands once again. How can the government ignore what's going on? So, looking at more of the banners here, tener casa no es un lujo, it's a right. To have a house isn't a luxury, it's a right, is what that banner says, just going past me here. And the messages on many of other banners are pretty much the same as well. People have the right to dignity, they've got a right to live. Seeing a banner here about property costing around €1,000 a month, which is pretty accurate actually. Okay, so we've just seen this message here. Guys, what do you have to say?
We are talking about Mallorca. Mallorca every day is becoming more expensive. People, they cannot live, they cannot buy a house, they cannot stay here where they come from. So we are fighting today for the price increase and for the people that are coming here to buy their houses and are increasing the prices.
Okay. Do you feel that the governments have done enough to allow affordable housing here in Mallorca? Can you afford to rent property here?
I don't think so, and I cannot afford. I mean, I have a privilege because I have a nice salary according to the normal people, but I cannot afford to buy a house. And none of my friends, they can afford to buy a whole house or even to hire
to rent a
house.
property.
We need to share flats because we cannot afford a house.
Okay, so this is not against tourism, this is against being able to affordable housing.
Against speculation. I mean, we love tourism when it's respectful with our country. We love tourism, and we know they help the economy, but it has to be a respectful tourism.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Gracias. And still, people are pouring through the centre of Palma today. My goodness, there are still thousands of people. I think we're nearing the back of the protest here, but this just goes to show the level of discontent and the social crisis that's happening over here in Spain at the moment. Okay, so let's talk about some more of these banners here and what I can see in front of me. Again, another banner here saying Mallorca is not for sale, no se ven. As you can see here, these are not, and I just want to make the point here, this is not an anti-tourism protest. This is about housing over here in Mallorca. So we're not seeing so many banners here actually in English. Like I said, this is an anti-government protest. Everything is in either Mallorquin or it is in Spanish. These banners are not targeted to tourists coming over here on holiday, not from what I can see. And as we come to the end of the protest here, look, I'm standing right outside an estate agent's. And this is going to highlight basically just how much property is over here. But let's just check out some of these prices. 450,000 euros here for an apartment in Plaza Madrid in Palma. It's not even Casco Antiguo, it's not even the old town area of Palma. Look, Plaza de Toros as well. Again, not a luxury area of Palma by any means, €500,000 euros. I mean, this is basically why these protests are taking place.
Because who can afford to buy properties of those prices in residential areas of Mallorca? I mean, it's just absolutely crazy.
And we have a little bit of tradition and culture over here at the protest today. We've got a little bit of Mallorquin music playing.
Yo tengo mucha dinero para comprar casas. Los mallorquines queda poco tiempo en Mallorca. Todo va a ser alemán pronto.
Okay, so that was about the real estate industry over here and how a lot of the Germans and the Swedish are buying up properties. I think this protester is having some fun with this pint of beer, but he's making a valid point here. He's making a valid point, and that is that many of the properties are being bought over here in Mallorca by very rich Northern Europeans, leaving absolutely very little for locals to rent or to buy. Now the police have come prepared today. Look, they're carrying riot helmets, but we haven't needed those. Like I said, this has been a peaceful protest. Okay everyone, I hope you understand the reasons behind these protests today. I hope you understand as well that this is not going to affect your holiday coming over to the resorts this summer. This is an ongoing island issue. It's an ongoing issue in Spain for the lack of affordable housing, and I'm going to keep making that point too. I will be covering this protest once again in my island update. I'm going to be addressing any questions that I get on this video too. If you have anything to say, drop your comment below as well. I'm keen to know what you say about it, but also I'm most keen to know what kind of press coverage we're going to be seeing in the mainstream media. But I suspect that this isn't going to be the last that we're going to see of the protests taking place over here in Mallorca for this year. I'll probably be back later on in June, who knows. But in the meantime, don't forget you can find me in the Facebook group and on my Instagram, also called Mallorca Under the Sun, and I look forward to seeing you in an albeit much more positive video. Goodbye for now.